This is the Axial SCX24 Jeep Wrangler Edition. It's a 1/24 scale mini crawler from one of the best crawler companies, Axial. And today we're going to be unboxing it, reviewing it, and then we're going to take it outside on a crawling adventure. So let's get right to it. This is the box it comes in. You can see it's right there. I got the yellow Jeep version. There's also this one right here, which has a white body, and then there's even two Chevy C10 bodies. But I chose the Jeep one because I think it looks the best and the most realistic. I mean, that yellow just looks fantastic. You can see right here it says SCX24. It does have a licensed body, as it says right there. On the side, we have the body options again. So this does confirm that, yes, I chose the yellow body. And then on the back here, it shows some specs and stuff, which we will get into soon. But yeah, that's about it for the outside. Now let's open it up and see what it's all about. Got the box cutter. Alright, so I guess this opens from the top. There's like a little cardboard thing, so let's pull it out. There's the car. Got a lot more stuff in here. Now we'll throw this to the side. Alright, so before we get to the actual vehicle itself, let's check out some extra stuff. First, we got a little goodies bag here. Looks like we got the manual right there, which looks like a really nice manual. We got a couple of replacement parts. And then this actually comes with AA batteries, which is really nice and really convenient. So even if you ran out of those at your home, it comes with these two, which is just perfect. So that's about it for this. I'm glad they include all that stuff. We got our radio right here. Let's pull this out. This radio actually looks really nice for a mini crawler. It's got just the right amount of tension in the throttle. Got a foam steering wheel right there. And right here you actually have this little tab. If you pull on it and open this, you actually got a spot for all your AA batteries, which remember, this does come with those. Let's peel off this protective coating. Under this, we have a bunch of dials. Looks like we got throttle dual rate, steering reverse, throttle reverse, a bind button, bunch of cool stuff, and then you got your on-off switch right there. So yeah, overall, pretty cool radio. The weight is balanced out really nice, and it's perfect for this RC vehicle. And then lastly, you get your charger, which is a very cheap charger. Got the little cable right there. So yeah, pretty compact, but sometimes these can end up being really dangerous. If you leave your battery plugged in too long in one of these, it can catch fire. So just make sure you don't leave your battery in too long. So yeah, that's it for this. Pretty nice, pretty compact, does the job well. Here's a quick look at the battery. So this is a 2S30C LiPo, 350 milliamp hour. So it's the perfect size for this crawler. It's a dynamite reaction battery. And when I first was researching this, I was expecting to see the battery to come with a mini Tamiya plug or maybe even a JST plug. But no, it just comes with like another little balance lead. So this you plug directly into the vehicle, and then this you charge the battery with, which actually makes a lot of sense for a vehicle of this size. So yeah, great battery. And now for what you guys have all been waiting for, the Axial SCX24. This thing is actually quite large compared to what I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be super tiny. And don't get me wrong, it is, but it's just not as small as I thought. These tires are really nice, really squishy. Look at that flex, guys. That's so nice. But before we get into any internals, we just have to check out this body. Look at this thing. It's so realistic. It's pretty light too, which will hopefully keep down weight when crawling. On the front, you can see you got the little Jeep grill. Again, this is a licensed body, which is really nice. Got the fenders. If you didn't know already, this thing is around $120. So for what you're getting for the money, this thing is just crazy good. The rear here has those nice lights. No tire on the back, but that's all right. That probably would make it fall over a lot. And then on the top of the body right here, we have one single body clip with a tiny little tether or tab right there. Honestly, that's perfect because you still get that good amount of realism, but kind of hidden away, you have just one single body clip to hold it all in place. Anyway, that's about it for the exterior. Let's pull off that clip. And guys, check this out. It's on a swivel mount, which is why I only had one body clip. So this will keep it up really nice. Really glad they included a swivel mount, but now we have the view of the internals. And it just looks like a full-scale Axial crawler. But what's crazy is how tiny it is. We got tiny little electronics. Here's a better view. You can see we got our ESC right there, Axial branded. We got our tiny little dinky servo in there. You can see the motors right there. Look how tiny that motor is. Obviously it's brushed, but for crawlers, brushed versus brushless doesn't really matter. A brushed motor can still have a lot of power and torque. I've heard a lot of people say this gets a little warm when driving, but never too hot. So yeah, it's a perfect little size for a mini crawler. I love the front bumper. You can see it actually has two lights there. Taking a closer look at the front, this does not have portal axles, but remember, this is just a tiny little crawler, so to cut down price, they're not going to do crazy stuff like that. But the axle is raised just enough so you got a lot of clearance, especially with these huge wheels, which, speaking of the wheels, these are really nice. Got a ton of tread, nice and sticky too. They're They're really big. They're huge for the 124 scale size. The shocks are pretty nice, though sadly they are undamped, so you can see they're quite bouncy. But for the scale and size of it, it still does good, even with these undamped shocks. And if we look at the underside, we actually have a full 4-link suspension system. So we got 4 links here, and then we got 4 links here. And then of course we had the drive shafts running in there. So that's gonna give you tons of clearance. It's super nice. Like I said, it's basically just like a super tiny axial. If this was all scaled up, it would be just like an SCX10-3 or something like that. So that's what's so cool about it, is how tiny it is. And there's so much awesome stuff packed into one tiny vehicle. So far this thing is looking really promising. I can't wait to get it out on the trail. It's so scaled nicely as well, which is another thing I love about it. It looks really realistic and expensive, but it's at a really nice affordable price of $120. So yeah, overall so far I like the looks of it. I like all the internals, but I haven't actually seen how it drives yet. So that is the perfect timing to go take this outside and on the trail. Let's see how it performs. Alright guys, we're outside with the Axial SCX24. It's a beautiful day out, perfect for crawling. We're at this really nice crawling spot. We got some hills over there, and then we got a bunch of stumps and stuff over here. So yeah, I can't wait to run this, so let's get it set up. Let's pull out that tiny body clip. Now let's pull off that hinging body. Look at that. There we have the battery. Let's put the Velcro in. Plug it in. Here's our radio. Let's turn it on. Turn on the car. Looks like we have steering. Let's run this. Let's start out on this area. It's kind of like this trail that goes all the way down there. So let's see if we can make it through. Getting kind of stuck on that route. Still makes it over. Here it comes. Through all the brush. Let's see if it can make it down here. Start off going slow. Through all the ferns. Oh no, let's make sure we don't fall over. There we go. Make sure we modulate through this area. And SCX24 makes it through. This really puts into perspective how small it is. A 1/10 scale crawler would not flip over on that. Here's another little spot. Perfect. That's full. Here's full launch. So not the fastest, but remember this thing is a crawler. You don't need that much speed. The main thing is how much torque it has, which this thing has a very reasonable amount of torque, and the lock diffs help it a ton. Now right here's where it will really test its ability. This would probably be more better for a 1/10 scale crawler. So we're gonna see if the SCX24 can make it. If it does, I will be extremely impressed. All right, we're starting here right at the base of it. See how it does. Of course, this can start out easy. Get through all that. Nice. Perfect. Since it has great flex, it went over the area pretty perfect. Here it goes through here. I want to make sure I have a clear path here. Not too many ferns. There we go. Here it comes. Oh, can I make it up? Oh, looks like I can't make it up. Put it right there. There we go. That's pretty crazy, the grip. Alright, so I've only fallen over once. Let's try to make it through all this. There we go. It's pushing that stick. It's actually doing great. Let's crawl down here very slowly. You gotta do some 3-point turns. Steering isn't the best. There we go. Look at that. Right on the edge. Let's take it back reverse. Look at that flex. Alright, let's bring it down. Oh, are we gonna topple? Nope, I don't think so. Reverse. Perfect. Oh no, can we save it? Oh, perfect. All right, so once we get on this little trail, we go out here. Through all the brush, we'll be able to be right at the end of the trail. So let's see if the little SCX24 can do it. I think I have faith in it. Let's see. Perfect. I think it's gonna make it, guys. Nice modulation. Nice and slow. We're almost out. Run over that fern. Roll right over. And boom. Just finished this whole thing right here. Guys, you have to admit that's pretty impressive, especially for the size of the vehicle. Well, we pretty much crawled this entire area over here. So that means that we're pretty much done with the SCX24 today. The battery isn't even close to dead. This thing lasts like almost an hour. So you're always gonna have a long amount of playtime with this. So yeah, we'll go back to the studio and I'll tell you my thoughts on the Axial SCX24. Alright guys, we're back from that crawl, and let me just say, the SCX24 did amazing. I was very impressed with its capability, especially when we took it in the area with all those stumps. It made it over everything perfectly. A couple things that definitely helped it out was these tires. Since they're so squishy and grippy, they really help it out, especially in steep areas and rough terrain. And then of course the locked diffs really helped it out. So yeah, overall I can really say about it is I just think it's an awesome vehicle. I have seen other mini crawlers, I have seen how they performed, and in my opinion, this is probably the best one. This may be one of the best mini crawlers, but I still did notice some downsides. First one is this bumper kind of hangs out a little too much, so sometimes I would get hung up on rocks and stuff, but mostly it was okay. The only other thing I noticed was that the undamped shocks really do change performance. If this thing had oil-filled ones, it would make it 10 times better, but I see why they would go for undamped shocks to keep down the price. But yeah, those were really my only issues. Overall, this thing is an amazing mini crawler. Like I said, probably the best of them all. I'm really loving it so far, and we're definitely gonna be doing some upgrades on this in the future. So make sure to like and subscribe as that little animation is showing you if you think that sounds cool. And make sure to comment down below what upgrades we should do on the SCX24. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope you enjoy. We have a lot of stuff planned in the future, especially for this crawler. So anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you next time in our next video. Goodbye.